That's Woody Guthrie with Hard Traveling. It seems to me we could use a troubadour like Guthrie right now. Well, hell, we probably have one. They're probably in jail. Anyway, before Woody Guthrie, we heard Romance de la Guardia Civil Española by Federico Garcia Lorca. Right now, I want to switch things up just a little bit. For the next few minutes, you'll hear the story of Kevin Keaney, an artist who lost most of his work because of his circumstances, but has never given up hope for recovering it, in spite of the odds. It's an inspirational tale, right here for you, on University of California, and listeners to Border Radio.
It was my whole life, you know? And drawings and journals and paintings and my library. Fucking library, bro. So I felt that my whole life had been sold. This guy gets my art, takes it to a market that is specific to gallerists and art dealers and buyers, and he sells it all. And I wasn't even able to ever imagine that, other than in some fantasy world where I'd, every now and then I'd say, I could sell my work, but for this, that, and the other thing, but, never tried, Most of my friends were really, really angry, at this guy I've never met, so I don't even know his name. The guy who bought the lot. They wanted me to just confront the people at the storage space, and I don't know what the fuck they expected me to do. Growing up, we did things to people who did stuff like that to us, and I learned that I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that, It's fucked up, and it doesn't make things better. It makes your life worse.
Makes your life worse. Makes your life worse.
I still knew there was a wound that had occurred that had to be healed. I mean, he didn't know it, I knew it, but he forced me to embark upon the process of healing, which meant getting my work back. And I had to get it back. I really had to get it back. Well, so when I went to meet up with Anthony to get the stuff from him, I didn't know what he had, right? So it's all a mystery, and I'm feeling like, oh, this is classic Keaney family dynamic. We're grown up, my mom and dad. Well, for some reason, we'd get kicked out of the house, so we'd put everything into a storage space. And that shit would always get stolen. Sold. Not stolen, sold. So I'm driving down there, and I'm like, fuck, bro. You know? Here I am. I'm living the same goddamn life that my mom and dad fucking lived. You know, I'm doing the same bullshit. Come on, man. I mean, that's what's going through my head when I'm rolling down to Santa Cruz. I mean, he had my journals, which are, 100% essential to everything I do. And there's poetry, there's mysticism, there's collage, there's photography, there's drawing in there. And those are the elements that they're my life, man. They're my life. And then he had all this other shit, because I had stuffed the love letters into the journals and never expected to lose them. And so he had those. Like when I got down to his space and opened these up, I was, I like this clarity opened up in my head, and I realized, oh my God, these are so important. This is me. So I bought these back from him. And that in that process, we developed a relationship which I think is actually a friendship, and I respect the guy. But he told me about the guy in Santa Cruz who had those 6 pieces that I really needed. And so I go in there, and he's got his display, and he's got 2 of my pieces, and then he says he has a bunch more in his warehouse. And he's like, but come back in 2 weeks, I can't show them to you now. And at that point I was like, okay, do I become my father here? Which would have created a much more complicated situation. And I could have done that. Or do I be me, And so I said, yeah, okay, that's cool. And I really needed to work. And so I went back down, and I got him, and I ponied up that cash, and I mean, the dude didn't want to sell it to me. He didn't. But he gave it up, and that ride back was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, bro. This part of me that I had been missing was a part of me again. And that was huge. And then I was able to like really mourn. Like I lost a serious library. I lost hundreds of really cool drawings. And then I was able to just like really like break down and break down and say, Kev, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, look at what you just did. I mean, why did you put yourself into this situation? And, you know, I mean, I didn't have an answer that night.